I mentioned a friend of mine who rose up to become a kind of a company man, they call him. That's somebody who works for the person that owns the wells, the operator, and then runs all the crews. And these guys are making, $2,000 a day. It's a 12-hour shift. $2,000 for 12 hours, and they're really super competent people. They're all like, and they're not. They don't all have some are engineers, some aren't. It's not really a precedent for hiring. It's based on how good are you. But $2,000 a day for 14 days at a time. Then they go home and come back and they make, another $28,000 and then come back. So they're making, roughly $28,000 a month is a way to look at it. Then sometimes more. So if you want to make north of 300 a year and you're mechanically minded and you're organized, that would be a really good thing to think about. I have two daughters that are juniors in high school, and they're looking at becoming petroleum engineers. And so we're running around looking at the different programs, the Texas, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and so ours would be a family business. But you know, if oil is at 105, 105,000, excuse me, 105 million barrels a day of production right now, and we
Hmm.
need to get to OPEC saying 123. The International Energy Administration out of France says less, but they're typically wrong. And they're also the IEA, as they're known, are anti. They're, I don't want to call them woke, but they favor renewables, as does most of Europe still, even after the craziness with Ukraine and Russia and
Hmm.
failing renewable programs, especially in Germany. I see Spain's blowing up all its nuclear reactors, which is absolutely.
It's
It's stunning
crazy.
how to create
It's all
poverty.
part of the, yeah.
Yeah, how to create poverty. And I mean, you want all energy. Just as an aside, and then I'll get right back to it. All energy pollutes. Oh, yes, pollutes. Releases CO2. No doubt about it. It,
Hmm.
it, it does. And in we don't have to debate that. It also releases methane, but you do everything on God's green earth to trap your methane and sell it because it's natural gas. So we have all sorts of instrumentation and procedures, consultants, state visits, all sorts of stuff to make sure methane's being. So, but we do produce oil, and when you refine it and you burn it, it turns into CO2. Some of it and gets released, but a lot of climate science and nothing. It's methane that's really the worst, more so than CO2. But if you look at biogenic decay, which is methane, any forest rot, anything, any swamp, anything, seabed is releasing methane into the atmosphere. So it's kind of, but what nobody talks about or wants to talk about is the fact that renewables are also toxic.